minutes of fame. Let's go.
Yo! We are the 14A Sports Radio Show.
Yeah, and that
Little
that
bit of
means
a-
the beard is here.
Little bit of role reversal there, huh?
I know, it's a little
It's
weird.
coming from the left end. Left side. Strong side.
I gotta
you
tell
boys
you,
in your role playing.
I feel like a starting pitcher coming in the ninth inning now. It's a little different.
Like
bring the
Randy
A-game.
Johnson against the
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yeah,
in 95,
exactly
right?
like that.
You ain't no Mo Rivera, let me tell you.
Or Randy Johnson.
Never claimed to be. Never claimed to be.
So, Walsh, tell the fan, where were you at?
I had a golf tournament today up in Ravenna, New York. Going against different schools like Sage University, going against St. Rose, a couple places like
the great
that.
part about this is that you said it was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Last minute change of venue.
But you know how that Pennsylvania New
Upstate
York
New
border
York.
is. I thought we were
Yeah.
just taking the New York route up there. Much to my surprise, we didn't make that left over into Pennsylvania.
I hope they
knew?
didn't let you
got
drive,
it.
right?
Oh no.
No, they didn't fall for that one.
There's no need for that. Everybody was sober on the trip. No need.
and nobody was in a
That's
chicken suit.
depressing.
But yeah, I got below the century mark today. I got a
Nice.
99.
Solid,
Very
solid.
legit. You got
legit,
people
yeah.
watching there, so you can't really screw that up.
No
Not pulling
fudging
any
the balls, huh?
Not pulling any Tiger Woods action there. I mean,
Tell you what, I was driving the ball nice right down the middle of. I only lost one ball today.
hey,
And you know what's funny? One of the other kids on the team, he said he lost all but 3 of his balls, and he shot a 94. And I lose only 1, and I shoot a 99.
this was a golf tournament, right? No.
Yeah.
All right.
NCAA sanctioned D3.
Tough to lose what you don't have, Walsh.
Oh!
I bought him in there,
I bought 24.
The Beardo.
But no, hey, I was watching the show on the way back. Guys held it down very well. So
I like to hear.
if I die, it's good to know that the show is in good hands.
We expect it, sure.
Oh, yeah.
For him to die.
So,
Right on,
Walsh,
bud.
you wanted to jump into some of these topics, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Dive head first.
Well,
he
the
can't
trend-
keep his mouth shut. for too
The
long.
Trent Richardson thing was crazy. We stopped at Roy Rogers, which I haven't had in ages.
Yeah, there's not many of them left.
Oh my
That's a
God!
good stop,
got
though.
the holster of fries, and they got a new spicy chicken sandwich out. I guess this segment is brought to you by Roy Rogers. But no, so I step out of the van and I get the buzz on the phone, and I see, Trent Richardson's been traded to the Colts, and I'm
Do you
looking
think
at
it was
it
fake?
like,
When I first saw it, I thought it was fake.
I double staked.
Because then you go on, I clicked on it and it said something about Irsay tweeting and stuff, and I'm like, no, this can't be real. And then, I was like, I read down, I'm like, holy shit, this is
Yeah.
really happening.
Yeah.
And I have Trent Richardson. I drafted him in 2 of my fantasy leagues, so I got him. Now this is definitely going to hinder his performance.
See,
week 1.
I disagree with you. I disagree. Well, maybe next week, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't performing anyway
Right.
with Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I think moving forward, I think this is fantasy wise, this is a huge
Yeah,
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
No,
No doubt.
I agree. Down the line, definitely will be. But this week, you still got to learn
Immediate
some,
impact.
maybe the next 2-3 weeks, even just because you
Running
got to learn
back,
some
I think
different
you could step in.
terminology.
Second week, you'll see him start to.
I think he'll start the first week. He
Well,
he
play,
won't
yeah.
play third downs. They'll bring
Mm-hmm.
Bradshaw in to be the third down back. Pick up the blitz. He knows the offensive assignments. I think you hand him the ball and say, run to the 2
yeah.
hole, run to the 5. I don't think
mean,
it's that complex.
Yeah. And Indy doesn't have that good of an offensive line either. So, we got to see what happens there. But yes, definitely
They got more
long term
weapons.
down the
I mean,
future.
yeah.
Absolutely, this is a great move. Now it also, it says something about the Browns. Do they know something about an injury with Trent Richardson that not everybody else knows?
I think there might have been something there. Spanky was getting to it
thought
before,
Spanky, yeah.
where maybe he wanted out of there. And
Behind
it was causing a bit of a
Dorstein
ruckus.
and,
Yeah.
Well,
it's just-
tension in the ranks.
It-
Maybe.
it's crazy because he was just drafted there last year. So
But
don't
like,
mean he has to be happy there.
no, but I don't think it was a Trent Richardson thing in the NFL. These guys have very little control. Once they start playing, they have to play, right? They can't hold out really
Yeah.
once it starts. I don't think it was a Trent
like a
Richardson
rookie
thing.
deal.
I think it was an ownership thing. The ownership changed.
Said, yeah,
the
they're
front
guys.
office changed. Mike Lombardi took over. We were talking about this before from the NFL Network. Couldn't stand Whedon. Whedon wasn't going to be his guy. Obviously, Trent Richardson's not his guy. So they basically want to build their team from the ground up, basically starting from scratch. And I think it's more about that than it is anything on Trent Richardson's end. That's my take on it. Nips, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously, you know what? I don't know what the cool phrase is for Clowney or Teddy Bridgewater or whoever they want to take. But I mean, the worst you do in the NFL, you get the number one pick. I mean, so it's like, what's Trent Richardson to help them this year if they get the number one pick next year and then the number 20 pick when they could add 2 more, hopefully blue chip guys to their team. Mm-hmm. And they say, hey, Richardson, he might be a good back, he might not be, and they say, hey, we'll go from the ground up, like you said.
Go ahead.
It's very interesting too because you're going to get Cleveland's going to get Indy's pick. Now you put Trent Richardson on that team, which is definitely going to make them a better team down the line.
The first round.
So you're essentially making Indy a better team and probably not going to get.
Well, they're going to draft in the front of the first round and the back of the first round, though, and then the top of the second round again. They're going to
make making your team worse, which is probably a good thing in a way.
Downy for Clowney. How about that?
The other thing I think it speaks to is the lack of importance of the running back position in the NFL. Yeah. I think guys think they could just find running backs anywhere, plug them in, and have them be serviceable enough. I think it comes out you need a quarterback, right? The quarterback can make the receivers, can make the running back. I think it speaks to the lack of importance that this front office and kind of going towards the NFL as a whole plays on the running back position. The devaluing of that position. And we referenced Adrian Peterson. He's the best running back in the game. Where's his team going? Right?
Yeah.
He has a mediocre quarterback. They're not a Super Bowl contender because of that.
Cleveland's the best example because they had Peyton Hillis had that monster year, came back the next year, freaking injury ridden, everything.
Madden curse.
And then here you come. You draft this kid. He has a good first year and gone the second year.
Who's the backup in Cleveland?
Well, here's another.
Al Walsh.
Who's that?
Created player, number 35.
No, Obamaya, something like that.
I agree, but I agree. Yeah, probably. But 2 things from this that are very interesting. One, I actually saw that the Browns now are going to bring in Willis McGahee. Mm-hmm. They're going to try him out, see how everything goes.
Why not?
But then number 2, something that we've seen from the first few weeks of college football is Clowney going to be the number 1 pick. We see some slacking off here early on, which I think is a little overhyped.
No, they'd have to go quarterback. Absolutely, quarterback. Because they missed on McCoy a couple of years ago. Now we didn't miss on him.
Right, because you could look at J.J. Watt's probably the best defensive end in the league, right?
Oh, yeah. And he can't even spell J.J. Watt.
Right, but you could have the best defensive end in the league, could cause ruckus on defense. If you don't have a quarterback that can play, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. The NFL is a quarterback league, and if you don't have a quarterback, then it doesn't matter what else you have. You have to get the quarterback. And
I feel like teams don't make mistakes, though. Bradford is still up for debate, but, you shouldn't just get a quarterback just because there's a quarterback that you need. I feel like teams do that way too much.
Agreed.
San Fran did it years ago with Alex Smith. Obviously he's a playable quarterback, but he's not a stud.
Well, the
Browns did it with Tim Couch, right?
They won with him. He just needed a system and a coach, and he started winning.
But he's not Bridgewater or
Taj Boyd. You got
Taj Boyd.
Johnny Football. We talked about,
but Johnny Football still can come out, right?
Yeah, no, this is his 3rd year. He's a red shirt.
Sophomore. Okay.
Now, how about something interesting too? There's also probably going to be a quarterback on the market for before the trade deadline.
Josh Freeman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I think that's a lot of the reason why Tampa loses those close games at the end. Remember, we were talking about it before. Since last year, they've been losing these close games at the end. They're in every game. You need an experienced quarterback, somebody that's going to get you over the hump. And I don't know if Freeman just doesn't seem to have it to get them there all the time.
Well, I don't blame Freeman. The rumors are he's requested a trade. On his end, it makes sense because say Schiano was the impetus behind drafting Mike Glennon, the big quarterback from Arizona State in the 3rd round.
NC State,
NC State, and if he loses his job to a rookie, where's he going to the free agent market? So it makes sense for him to try to get a trade just financially. But what's the market for Josh Freeman right now?
Right.
After his first 2-week performance,
I think Cleveland.
Maybe
I
Cleveland.
don't know.
But Cleveland
they're not going to give up picks. Right? That's what
maybe
they're
give up that Indy pick. Maybe do something
Josh
like
Freeman?
Oh, what? He's crazy.
Don't get
round.
I don't know. I don't.
Go play golf.
All right. What else did we have on the
And by
slate
the way,
tonight?
Jacksonville is offended that Cleveland thinks that they can outsuck them this year.
Yeah.
So that's just by the way.
Oh boy. Who's the worst team in the NFL right now?
Jacksonville.
Worse than Cleveland.
Yes.
They've only scored 11 points.
Cleveland actually has a good defense. I don't know about Jacksonville or not.
Yeah, right.
But,
Cleveland, their points against is not so bad. Jacksonville's just pathetic, man.
Well, MJD, right, who had the much might be hurt, but Cecil Shorts is a legit player.
Yeah, no, I mean they got some players, but I mean I think that quarterback situation is just such a mess. I mean Henny
I
is a
think
step
Blackman
up.
will be good. But,
Right, Blackman
Well,
coming
comes
back.
back week
They're,
four,
they're,
next
they're
week
both
four.
in rough shape. I think Jacksonville all stems from that owner. That man with that crazy hair and mustache combination. That's not a winning combination right there. All right, speaking of which, look at me transitioning. Look at you. We said you're getting Wally pipped out of your job, kid.
That will not happen.
Here
That will
comes
not
Garrett.
happen.
Here comes Garrett. All right, so let's get into our picks. I was terrible last week, so don't listen to me. But hopefully, I can rebound this week.
Do you know how I did last week? I don't even.
I was 2-2.
No, I was 1
2-2.
and 3. I was 1 and 3.
Forgot. Do you have the up?
I don't have
last
them up.
week?
No, I don't have them up.
Do you remember who you
Why
had?
not? I had
But-
Green Bay.
Our locks all went down. I know that.
All right, well, think about it, but let's get into this week's picks because last week is last week, so let's
It's
not
true.
worry about last week.
I'm still
all
in
right.
the lead. That's all that matters.
Who's Rock Reigns in it? Who wants to be Rock Reigns?
Yeah,
tonight?
Rock.
Little role reversal.
Role reversal. All right,
Yeah.
all right, Beard.
Role playing again.
Let's
No.
go, Beardo.
I don't
You
even
start.
know
Rock
what's
Reigns.
on.
Beardo the weirdo.
All right, I'm gonna go with Tennessee -3 here. Rich, he's gonna say I'm back jumping on his guys, but here's the thing. I think San Diego, they've overachieved the last 2 weeks. Now they got to play another game on the East Coast, second time in 2 weeks.
That was interesting.
Huge money right now is on San Diego, and we saw this with
I said
Philadelphia.
everybody jumped on
Saw
that.
this with Philadelphia. How I know you guys were talking about at the beginning of the show.
Contrarian betting.
First half, I believe the word you said was very sexy offense that was going on. See, I listen. So I think there's a lot of hype from the public on this one, and Tennessee's played great in the first two. They out physicalized Pittsburgh, which is
Out physicalized.
Physical.
You learned that word in college?
Hey,
That's an
Webster's. Hey, Webster's. I'm coming with a new one.
NJCU golf team, athlete.
It's not school that's civilizing me. It's golf.
It's not one of my picks, but I agree with that pick there, and it's for that reason is because San Diego, again, come east. I'm not sure. Some teams they like to stay out like halfway through the country instead of going back and forth like this on consecutive weeks. But I just know everybody's going to jump all over that, seeing that San Diego's dogs, and they're believing in them because they've showed something in the first 2 weeks, and they just went and beat up on Philly. So I think everybody's going to jump on San Diego, and majority of people are losers. So bookies always win, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, and I agree with that too. San Diego's regular routine. It's going to be thrown off a little, even
Right.
if they do stay here on the East Coast or
Live in a
Central
hotel for
or
a week.
something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
bad, yeah.
And I just think we see this with the NFL all the time. You're going to have that off week, and I think this week is going to be that off week for the Chargers.
All right, so you got Tennessee going. Rich, what are you up with?
Give me the Vikings -5, and this was before the trade here. And it's it's their first home game. They're 0-2. Coming home, the Browns, like I said, only 16 points for them. The only team worse than that's the Jaguars. I just see the Vikings at home winning by at least a touchdown, and now maybe more.
Yeah.
Put that down.
All right, Richie.
And
Vikings.
AP's going to come out this week.
One
I
of your
think.
most disappointed players of the year,
I
AP.
think
Rich is
he'll
jumping
come
on a bandwagon now.
I think
Starting
he-
week
For
3.
our sakes, I know. Hey, actually, you got him too.
Oh,
I got
I need
him.
him.
I got him too.
all right, all four of us.
Absolutely,
We'd like to see
absolutely.
that.
All right, Nibs, what's your first one?
I'll take Atlanta +1 on the road versus Miami. I
Okay.
just feel like Miami. I mean, they played the Browns. Obviously, we're talking about as tanking now, And then they went and beat the Colts, who it seems like a decent team, but again, they might have overachieved a tad bit last year. But I like Atlanta. I'll take Ryan versus Tannehill any day of the week. I know Atlanta's banged up a little with Roddy White and Jackson now being out for the next couple of weeks, but I just feel like Miami, can't offensively keep up with them, even with Roddy White banged up and Steven Jackson down.
All right, interesting. All right, my first pick. I'm gonna do a Thursday night game. Tomorrow night,
Nice. This is a
Philly,
tough one.
Philly, Kansas City. I like Andy Reid. I like the Kansas City. I think Andy Reid, obviously, he knows that personnel there. I think Kansas City is flying high. They're playing well. Reid hasn't played very well. We talked about Alex Smith before, game manager, leading rusher last week, but that Eagles defense hasn't looked good at all. I like the Kansas City defense. The Eagles are going to push a tempo, but I like Reid going back into Philly and sticking it in
Smacking
their
'em
face,
around, yeah.
getting a victory.
Charles wants
give
to
me,
win.
Give me the 3 points, and I'll take Kansas City for my opening pick.
Very interesting. I have to. It's not that I disagree. It's just I don't know that that's a a good play just because, Philly's home. Kansas City has to travel here on 4 days.
This could be a letdown for Kansas City.
Yeah, they've played very well. Dallas has been playing very well too. I know we were talking about this earlier, but Dallas, yes, they lost that 1 point game to Kansas City. They might have got shafted with one of those calls there at the end. They're a good team. Maybe a little letdown here on a short week.
And the thing is, coming from Kansas City's perspective, this is a game that you have to win because you got to win these out of division games. And like I said, they beat Dallas. You got to come and win this one because you still got to pay Peyton Manning and the Broncos twice later down the road. You want to stay stride for stride with them on these other games, and Philly's a team that they should beat, I think. I'll roll with you.
I like the revenge game. I think they're going to be hyped up. The 2-0 playing for this new coach. Reed's coaching them up well. They have a lot of talent on that team, a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball. Philly still hasn't figured it out defensively. They're gonna pick up the pace offensively, but I think Kansas City could score with them. And I'll take the Kansas City defense and give me the points in Philly. And the Philly faithful are going to go bananas. Oh, and also, Graz not calling in, but it's Donovan McNabb night. And I think it's going to set a negative tone because McNabb's going to get there and they're going to boo the shit out of him.
Okay, I like Kansas City.
And it's going to put the whole tone of the game. So
I didn't know that. I did not know that. All right.
I'm always scared of those Thursday night games. Though they always seem like such ugly games. Like, and you never know how a team's going to show up.
I believe the over/under.
Let's take the 14A back to Philly.
The over/under is 51, right?
I would take the under.
Yeah, it's 51.
Which is kind of crazy because a lot of these Thursday night games go under just because teams aren't prepared.
They're all beat up.
No.
Yeah,
he said that about the opener.
Yeah, but that was week one.
Yeah,
that was week one.
They didn't play 3 days before.
I had a solid week too. Whatever.
All right. Back to Rock.
All right, number 2. I'm gonna go with the New York Jets -2 here. I just think the Jets are never favored. So when they're favored, it's for a reason. Them in Buffalo, they have these tough games to just a bang out conference right there, or not conference, division right there in the AFC East. Both the Jets defense, I think, is what's going to set the tone for this game. We've seen them play very well against Tampa Bay and New England, albeit New England had the confusion with their receivers going on last week. But it's more or less the line again. When the Jets are favored, they're never favored. So much of the public is going to see that and be like, oh my God, the Jets are giving points. So I'm going to go Jets -2 at home against Buffalo.
All right.
In a very close game.
Take that. Rich, what do you got?
For my number 2 pick,
I
we're
love how we're
going
flip-flopping.
with the Skins -1.5. Again, at home, don't see them going 0-3. I have to believe they're better than that. And the Lions, how good are they away from home? I think they're a play strong at home sort of team. I also think Shanahan, he's got his players, he's got his system. It's going to start to click there again. It's got to start to click there again, right? Last year it took a little while, but it started to work for him after a while. So I believe in the Skins.
You're not worried about RG3 and that knee?
1.5. I'm really not worried.
I like that.
Clearly. All right, Nips.
Rich just stole my thunder. I was going to go with the Skins as well.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like, I like last week I liked any team that lost week 1. So now this week I'm looking at a lot of teams that are 0-2. I mean, I feel like they need it more.
Yeah.
They got to feel the pressure a little more than. I mean, I like the Giants too this week. I mean, the Steelers.
Right, let's stop stealing thunder, baby.
Thunder stealer.
But at home, I think RG3's getting a lot of way too much commentary on him about just playing bad. And
They're always going to talk about that.
I feel like they'll come out fast. Their defense is looking a little suspect. I mean, I do love Megatron this week. I mean, just fantasy purposes, but I'll take Washington.
Oh, yeah, that's a weak Washington secondary. Very weak.
All right, 2 double back-to-back Washington. So let's stay in the division. First time, you know what? I agree with you. The 0-2, the New York Football Giants going to Carolina, playing an 0-2 Carolina team. I think the Giants are desperate. I think they need to win this game. They're getting a point on the road. Not a lot of confidence in the public with the Giants. They have to turn the ball over so many times. The Giants are the more talented team. They have more talent. Offensively, they could score. Defensively, hopefully that pass rush kicks in. But I like the Giants to just go down to Carolina and outscore them. The Giants have to win this game is what it comes down to, and I think they will. Give me the Giants getting a point.
I agree with that a lot. You guys were talking about it earlier. You're saying same situation last year. Week 3, Giants went into Carolina, put it on them without a lot of their key players. now they have those key players, and I think a lot of the same is going to happen.
Agreed.
Yeah, same thing. I see it all starting to, it'll start to come together for them this week, and I just don't see them losing this one.
That Carolina front seven's pretty nasty, but
But the Giants don't live and die with the run. I think Eli. Hopefully they get they throw the ball a little bit and set up get David Wilson going off the pass.
he needs more than 7 carries. This week,
they have to feed David Wilson. We talked about that earlier in the show. They absolutely have to do that. So all right, Walsh, pick 3. What do you got?
All right, this is the lock of the week. I will be going with the San Francisco 49ers -10 over the Indianapolis Colts.
Whole lot of
I think
points.
you're going to see, and this is before the trade as well. I think that you're also going to see a lot of betting now from the public. With Indianapolis having Trent Richardson on the team, and I don't think he's going to make one difference in this game whatsoever. San Francisco got their hole blown out on national TV on Sunday night. They're going to be pissed off. And the major difference in this one is going to be the San Francisco defensive line against Indy's offensive line. I think Andrew Luck might get his head knocked off in this one. And then you look at the other thing, too, with the Trent Richardson addition. He might not know some calls, some of the cadences, some of, the protection schemes, whatever it may be. I just think San Francisco's defense is far more superior to Indianapolis's offense, and there's a reason that 10 points are being
Well,
laid
you're
up
right.
here.
They're coming off being embarrassed up in Seattle, and the Colts right now, they're a team that haven't figured out yet. I mean, they barely got past Oakland. They lost to Miami. What's going on? So 10 might seem like a lot, but the bookies won't want you to think that.
And I also
It's a
think
trap.
Colin Kaepernick is going to have an absolutely monster game in this one.
All right, Rich. Interesting. Week 3, third pick.
The lock is over in the Denver-Oakland game, and I say this because, like I said before, that Denver offense is averaging 45 points per game. I mean, Oakland's defense is only allowed 30, but I mean, it's like I said before, and Peyton we trust. Peyton might hang another. Look what he did in Week 1 at home. 7 touchdowns. He may go for 8 this week. He might put 49 up by himself.
I think different opponent, I guess, in week 2 going against the Oakland defense, in Jacksonville. But then you look at week 1, they were able to hand Andy Luck, in that Colts offense in check. So, but I think Peyton Manning's just a different animal, and
You have 40 points easily. Just
again,
setting down.
I did not like Denver having all these superstars and stuff like that, but it is just clicking, and they look
Told you.
absolutely
I called you out on that
unstoppable.
earlier.
I heard.
I heard.
Just so it's not Sam Saint ship on your back.
All right, Nips, you're up. Week 3, third pick.
All right, I'm glad Richie went a little off book with the over-under. So I'm going to go 3-team tees.
Ooh, this is new.
I don't know if I
Wait,
can do this
you
or
can
not.
do whatever you
Is this
want.
your lock?
yeah.
It's internet radio.
This is my lock.
Okay.
I know it probably won't
Tease
work
it.
out because it just never works out with 3-team tees.
Never.
But I'm going to take the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Broncos. Slide them down 10 points each
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah.
and have them cover.
I like that.
So the
All right,
Seahawks
so
only
you
have
got
to win by
you got
9.5.
the Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks at 9.5. You got Denver
Niners.
laying 5, and you got
The Niners just have to win then.
Niners,
Niners
Oh,
straight
right.
up.
straight
Yeah.
up. So, I mean,
All
on
right.
paper,
I like that.
I'll roll-
those are.
I'll fox with that.
All those teams should
Great,
should
we'll
beat them
fox
down.
together.
I like it. I like it, Nips.
I mean,
I
I feel
like
like-
you getting creative.
I feel like when it always looks too easy, it is too easy.
The creative juices
But-
are flowing tonight.
When I was looking at it, I really didn't love anyone as a lock, just with the lines, and I mean, just it feels like you got question marks. Like I said before, you got question marks everywhere. So, I mean, those looked like the 3 easiest to me.
I like it.
All right.
I like it a lot.
I enjoy that.
All right, here I come. Give me.
Oh, watch out, everyone!
Look out, baby!
This 1 and 3 is rolling through.
You were listening to the Temptations.
Get ready, cause all right. We talked about that Chicago offensive line, how improved it is. That Pittsburgh team, they played gritty against the Bengals on Monday
they're
night,
bad.
but I don't like where they're headed. I don't like the run game. I don't like the offensive line. I don't like the Pittsburgh team. You got to believe.
And it came out today that receiver is having words with his offensive
Brown.
coordinator up there, right?
Yeah.
Brown,
Really?
yeah. Well, no one likes Haley. No one
Apparently.
likes Haley.
No.
Big Ben hates him.
Yeah, he's like the Walsh of the show. Nobody.
Oh!
He's here now.
You mean the Pat Walsh for the show?
But
Hey,
no,
he buys t-shirts.
I've liked what I've seen out of Chicago. They came back to win. I like Chicago going into Pittsburgh. Laying 2.5 points. I like what Chicago's doing. They can play defense. As long as they protect the quarterback, they're in good shape. I like that Trustman offense. Give me Chicago laying 2.5.
I think this is going to be an absolutely nasty game.
Yeah.
Like two teams that just will fight each other.
Yeah, I took Cincy and Suicide Monday night, and the game was close for a little
Yeah,
bit, but
yeah.
not really once was I scared of
It
Pittsburgh.
seems like
Cincy
it's all
outplayed
raining or
them.
Well, I
snowing
tell you
or
what,
something like this.
early, I guess it was in the second quarter, you had Big Ben had that huge pass to the backup tight end. He goes all the way downfield. Could have been a 10-0 game, but then he fumbles that ball. So that was a huge turning point in that game.
Yeah,
Could have made it a little scary.
Pittsburgh's just not a very good team this year.
I don't think they have the horses. I
right.
think that's what it comes down to. They're just not. They don't have the guys. They don't have the talent this year. Omar Epps is a great coach.
The interesting thing is,
Darnell Jefferson.
when he came in, he got all Cowher's guys, and and he won. And now Cowher's guys got old and on their way
Well,
out. You're bringing in your own guys, and
I think Tomlin can
know.
coach. I really do. I think Tomlin can coach. And that secondary looked good Monday night. Palomalo was flying around.
Yeah.
It's early
Held down
on.
AJ Green.
That's not going to last. But I think the Bears will spread the ball around a little bit more. I like
Bears
them to
are
win.
better than I thought.
If they can protect color, that's what it came down to with the Bears. You got to
Stand them
protect the
up.
quarterback.
Yeah.
They've been doing a really nice job with that. I like Chicago to win this game.
That game did. Chicago gave up 2 defensive touchdowns on Sunday
And
to
that's your
Minnesota.
lock, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was
your lock. I like
that didn't work last time, but hopefully this time.
Maybe this time. Well, why don't you just tell me what movie you want?
Give us an upset.
All right. My upset of the week. Yes, it's a homer pick, but whatever. We're going Tampa Bay +7. Listen, a lot of people, I know they're going to be thinking, listen, Tampa Bay's in shambles. Just from watching this team over the years, I know that they're a very prideful team. They got a lot of guys there. Now you got new blood in there with Darrelle Revis, Deshaun Goldson. He's reinstated. He's going to play in this game. There's a lot of guys on that team that, they don't want to go down 0-3 either. Okay. And again, New England has these questions on offense right now. Gronk is 50-50 to play. A lot of these receivers are out. So you're essentially going to have Darrelle Revis covering Aaron Dobson or Kembrell Tompkins. Jonathan Banks across the field. He can lock down either one of those guys. Former SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
They play zone, right?
That's
what
the
Reeves
thing.
said.
That's
Well,
his complaint is that he wants to be out on his island.
They
and
you have to
show
put him
how
on
much of
island.
a
I mean,
lockdown.
Well, maybe
man he is,
Shiano
but
will
he's
listen
not
to him, but I mean, really, who are you going to put on an island? Aaron Dobson or Kembrell Tompkins? There's no need for that. They got to generate a pass rush on Brady this week. I think they're going to do it. I think you see a nice little day from Doug Martin, Josh Freeman, maybe get a couple dump passes. I think it's going to work this week. I actually wrote this for the site before. I'm going to see 21-20 game. Bucks win this one outright.
Straight up.
Keep
Nice.
your money
Going
in your
into New
pocket on that
England.
one, buddy.
Yeah, money line it. There you go. All right, Rich, you got an upset?
Going off Nipsey before Atlanta. I see Atlanta going down there, taking out Miami. I like Miami this year. I just don't see them going 3-0. I think they overachieved a little bit, beating the Colts, and I just don't see them doing it here against the Falcons. Falcons win this one.
Interesting thing, the line on this one is now at 3.
Oh, it moved to 3.
Yeah,
Money's
got-
going towards
it was 1.5.
Miami?
Yeah.
Miami minus 3.
Someone explain
No, it
that
started
to me.
at 3 and it went to 1.5.
I have it at 2.5 on the site I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
2.5.
Yeah. I had it on pregame.com.
Yeah, it was
Explain to
bouncing.
me how the money's going to Miami.
I'll tell you why. Miami's defense actually looked very good this year. They're generating a pass rush. That's what's going to work.
Tannehill's becoming a player.
Yeah, they have nothing going on at running back, the Dolphins. But it's all on the defensive side of the ball, I think. And the Falcons' offensive line is nothing to be writing home
Roddy
about.
White's still banged up. Huge loss.
No Steven Jackson. You're going to roll out there with Snelling and the Jacquizz Rodgers,
Quiz.
two-headed monster.
Jacquizz.
But listen. There's a reason why Miami's favored in this game. They don't just throw these lines out there for nothing.
Absolutely.
So
Sure
and
they do.
also
They get you to bet 'em.
Atlanta has about 90% of the bets on them right now.
Walsh is all about
Which
the
is
percentages.
scary.
Percentages and schedules, this
you
guy.
gotta go against.
Where's
it.
your pocket protector?
You look at the game. You look at the games from the previous 2 weeks, and you see a lot of the teams that people are betting heavy money on. A lot of the percentages they don't cover.
Well, I thought, yeah, because
Fair point.
the books never lose.
All right, Nips.
So now, here's an interesting
upset
one.
of the week. Here you go.
Upset of the week, I'm going to kind of hedge my bet a little before and take the Colts straight up with the points.
Wow.
As in a backdoor cover kind of way. They just get it in there. They get a garbage
You
score
like
at
the
the end.
backdoor,
Okay.
don't you?
So
I don't think they-
Indy laying 10 at San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't think that they win the game, but I think that they, maybe
close,
get
yeah.
a BS score there too at the end
Yeah.
and just make it in. I mean,
I guess
there's a
like
lot
I said, 10 is a lot. It's a lot.
a lot
in
of
the
tight
NFL.
lines there, so I couldn't trust Jacksonville or the Raiders. So I looked at the Colts. I said, yeah, they can get a BS one in there at the end and just make it, cover the spread like Mully got with Texan A&M last week.
Talk about a backdoor cover. Johnny Football. All right, my upset of the week. I'm going against Richie's boys. Give me the
Ooh.
Rams. Give me the Rams at
Interesting.
Dallas. Give me the 4 points. 4 points with Vegas is like, we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
The 4-pointer. I think St. Louis, they got down early in that game last week, but they came back, made it a game. I like what St. Louis is doing. They can rush the passer. I think they're going to hit Romo a couple times. We talked about Sam Bradford, not an elite quarterback, but definitely plenty of weapons. Run the ball a little bit. I don't like what's going on in Dallas with the coaches. I feel there's a lot of dissension going there. Romo on the bruised ribs took a couple shots. Give me St. Louis with the 4 points. Upset of the week.
I like
Bang.
that one too.
I like the
Well, I
under.
don't have to like it, but
I like the under in this game a lot too. I think it's going to be a very
Yeah, you think
mashup
defensive?
game. Yeah, I think so.
A
I don't know. It seems
47?
like,
You like the under?
Yeah, maybe
Seems
like
like
a
what-
2017 game.
well, Jeff
I don't know.
Fisher can give an offense headaches, man. Yeah, I could see it. You're right. Yeah.
But it seems like both of the Rams games so far have been pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Yeah, but Romo and them aren't exactly clicking yet. It's-
I don't know. That's just something I'd like to go. Like when
I
you
think
see.
Des Bryant's just waiting to blow up, but
Well, he did last week. He had a very good game. He did. He had a very good game.
Did he? Oh, did he? All right, so we got our picks down.
All right.
How about, real quick,
Doesn't mean-
anyone interested in the Emmys coming up on Sunday?
I don't know who's in it.
All right, so
I'm not
let
gonna watch it at all,
me
but-
give you a little Emmys.
All right.
Little Emmys.
Now, Emmys is TV or movies?
TV.
All right.
what's the Sunday night game?
Bears,
The Emmys.
Steelers.
The Emmys.
I'll wear the Bears Steelers.
Mully's
Yeah.
apparently an Emmy guy.
I'll do football over anything.
What?
You're a big Emmy guy.
No,
Huh?
I don't mean, I like TV.
All right.
All right, I have DVR.
I'll do both.
So here you go. Here's out of the primetime shows. Here's the Emmy nominations. Tell me
Alright.
what you like. You got Breaking Bad, Downtown Abbey, Game of Thrones, Homeland, House of Cards, Mad Men. Who you got? First of all, I'll start. Breaking Bad, apparently, that's all the rage. It just
Right,
ended.
yeah.
I never got
I
into
never
it.
watched it.
Right.
You know what? That
Yeah.
man from Malcolm in the Middle, I couldn't get into
Yeah,
him, man.
right?
I couldn't.
Malcolm's dad. You
I-
ain't
yeah.
doing meth. I know.
I couldn't get into him. The
ain't
downtown,
dealing, though.
the Downtown Abbey game.
Never watched
everyone,
it.
Everyone knows I'm not a fan of the British, so I'm out on
Because
that.
you're Irish.
Totally.
House of
They bite
Limey
people's
bastards.
penises off. I mean, how could you, man?
Yeah.
that's what Coles keeps telling me.
So you're not gonna like the Aussies either.
The House of Cards. You know what? That was Netflix. That was the Netflix series with
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey. And he was like a politician or
Oh,
some of
right,
that
yeah.
nature. I never saw
No.
any of it. I don't have Netflix, but and then Mad Men. I watched Mad
What's
Men
this
early
Netflix?
on. Netflix.
Netflix.
What?
Keep saying Netflix.
Netflix.
That's the one for
Netflix?
guys with muscles.
You like them walls.
No.
And then Mad Men. I watched Mad Men early on, but the storylines got a little too outrageous, so I didn't get back into it. So to me, it comes down to Game of Thrones and Homeland, the two that I really watch. Homeland season 1, I don't know who. Incredible,
I
great
did.
show,
Yes,
great
great.
show.
Never watched.
I just finished watching
Right.
last
Yeah,
week.
season
So-
two.
No, Homeland's a great show. Yeah.
Season 2, though, I thought completely was unrealistic and fell off the map a little bit. Game of Thrones season 3 was unbelievable. Those that know what I'm talking about, the Red Wedding
Red Wedding.
episode.
Oh, yeah.
The penultimate, you like that. The penultimate episode, the Red Wedding.
Don't wink at
unbelievable.
me from
Fancy.
across the
Yeah,
table,
fancy.
you creep.
Well, that was weird.
I
This
tell you
gets
what though,
weird.
like the only show that I've watched out of these is Game of Thrones, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's good enough to win an Emmy.
I think it's going to go to Breaking Bad. I think.
Yeah.
I think the hype. I think all the hype is behind
Yeah.
But,
Breaking Bad.
but I
yeah.
guess this has to be for last season, right? For season 4, not the season that's on right now, right?
I'd assume.
Right? I mean,
I'm not a voter.
I
don't
don't
know.
know about what the.
I
rules
guess
are.
that's like giving the MVP to somebody who had a good playoff. You know?
Yeah, it's like giving the All-Star MVP Peter Mariano. since
Yeah, I
he's,
have
like,
to go
going
with
off.
Homeland by default. This is the only one I've watched. But
All right, what's your favorite TV show of all time? Start on the Beardo side.
Seinfeld.
All right, a drama.
That episode when Kramer went to jail. I got drama. Law and Order.
Dum.
Wow.
I love Law and Order.
Dexter, man.
I never got into Dexter. All right.
Dude, last season. It's the last season. Last
What do you come
episode
with,
this
Nips?
week.
I would go Sopranos, but I probably haven't. Like I've known enough about it to see all of it, but I haven't saw all the episodes. I'll go Game of Thrones actually.
Really?
That's
Game of
mine,
Thrones?
yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll come with The Wire.
Yeah.
Best
yeah.
show ever.
Was
I've never
great.
seen it.
It
That's
was
Mully
great.
shit.
Best show ever.
Now I want my cake. I forgot he even had it.
Did we have any milk?
I love, we got Miller Lights.
Just as good.
More importantly, yeah. All right. What else we got? Oh, how about
shit?
last
Today
thing?
is the 19th.
No, it's the 18th.
You sure?
It's the 18th.
All right, yeah, because I was like, oh, how did I forget that? No, I knew it was the 18th.
Why does this motherfucker say the 19th?
Yeah. Woo! I thought I missed it there. That would have been bad.
Why? What would have been different?
Yeah, what are you gonna?
Well, then
strip out of a
I
cake
would have
from
said
the
happy
mama?
birthday.
Oh, you can't
Well,
do
you
it.
already
Woo, that
walked
would've
in
been
the
bad.
middle of the cake presentation.
No, I know. I thought I knew today was the 18th.
already-
I was like, wait. Today's
You're
the
already stolen
19th.
up of his thunder.
All right, here we go.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Last thing. So, Miss America just got crowned.
That's
Right.
It was an Indian American, first of its kind. Indian American getting crowned Miss America. Not Indian American because we got plenty of them. But
Boy, do we.
First Indian American to get crowned Miss America. Two questions. One, what do you guys think of her? Did you see her? What do you
I
think?
saw her, yeah.
Sorry,
I
it's all right.
Yeah,
Well, they don't let ugly girls in those competitions.
she was from New York, so I kind of like that.
Well,
but
that's back-to-back New Yorkers.
back-to-back New Yorkers,
I
kind of
like
like
her
that.
with the tattoo. Did you see her?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
I thought she was
First,
pretty hot.
first contestant to have
Expose a
expose a
tattoo.
tattoo.
Well, didn't the girl that
Yeah.
win
That's
called
down the
the
side.
previous winner like a fat slob or something
Ooh,
like that?
God, I hope so.
I think she did. And
I
then
don't know.
like the girl who she called a fat slob had to crown her with.
Nice.
with
Wait, the
tiara.
Indian girl?
Yeah.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprised that's
Who
not
the
really
hell
on
is
the show yet.
Punjabi Palace calling anybody fat slob?
Well, now we're getting into it. All right, so let's segue to the last thing here. All right, so obviously Punjabi Palace is not the hottest chick in the game.
No, she is
So
not.
let's close it out. Who right now is the hottest chick in the game?
All right. I'll Ricky Henderson it. Rock Reigns.
All right, Rock.
I got 1A and 1B.
That's fair.
1A, I'm going to go. Shit, why can't I think of her name? What the hell? Well, all right, we'll say Blake Lively. That's one. All right.
Blake Lively.
And then who the hell?
I liked her in the town when she was all trashed up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hottest white trash chick I ever seen
I
in my
can be
life.
that girl in Bayonne.
You want some coke?
Name? Shit. This is like I can't think of her name. The girl with the British. She was in Click.
Beckinsale?
Okay,
Kate
Beckinsale.
Beckinsale, yes.
All right.
Why can't I?
I know you bitches.
Oh, she's a older.
She's
a
hot.
older.
She's hot.
Yeah.
She's no. You know what? 1A, Kate Beckinsale. I just couldn't think of her name. Kate Beckinsale, 1A. Blake Lively, Blake B. 1B.
Blake
One
B.
bit.
What were you doing on the golf course all day?
Yeah, what was going on out there?
A lot of swinging.
His brain's in overdrive
A
again.
whole lot of swinging.
Is that a euphemism for
A lot of
something?
swinging, a lot of
gay?
loser balls. I mean,
I only lost one ball
well,
Ah,
your buddy
Jesus.
lost all of
Where'd
us.
you lose it, though?
in the shag.
Rich, hottest girl in the game.
Hottest girl right now. I love my another girl who plays a fabulous white trash girl, Emmy Rossum, my little Jewish princess there on Shameless.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
Oh, yeah.
But I think my all time, I gotta go Jessica Alba, maybe, right? Oh, I
Okay.
just love her. Love her.
You know,
Can't get
Emmy
away from
Rossum.
her.
She's a big Mets fan.
Ah, there you
Let's
go.
go
Yeah,
Mets.
she's a Jew.
I hate
Yeah,
her.
Should get her on the show.
yeah. We'll tweet her up.
Speaking of Jews and Mets, how about Seinfeld?
Seinfeld
did
did the
the other
game.
night?
He was funny.
I
I,
didn't
saw
even
it, yeah.
get to see it. Was he good?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Him and Keith. Nice.
What's the
Interaction.
deal with the Metropolitans?
Yeah. No, but Seinfeld gets it. Like
The
he doesn't
loogie.
take himself too serious. He was funny. He was good.
I know. Not to cut into. I know Boomer and Carton were talking about this,
They were
and
kind of busting on him.
yeah, and they were saying like, why would like. If you're Seinfeld, aren't you like a little slighted that they didn't ask you to do a bigger game, not like out of
End of
the
the
out of the
year.
play
How
game
many
in
how many
September?
big games did the Mets
Right.
have?
The first.
Well,
the first
They
month?
swept the Yankees.
They start they start the season in April. You know, those are the big games.
I don't know. I
It's
would-
irrelevant.
Seinfeld goes to a bunch of games though. He does.
Yeah.
He's a down to earth dude. He's
Right.
not. He's not into that.
Okay,
Whatever. If I
Stop
had
trying
much
to make a
money,
story where
who
there is
the
no
hell would
story.
care?
I'm just saying. Seinfeld.
All right, Nips.
Now it's weird with the
hottest,
beard.
Hottest chick in the game.
All right, I got a favorite and a sleeper.
Okay.
So my favorite's gonna be Kate Upton.
All right.
All right.
Kate Upton got fat.
You're so
Oh,
shallow.
dude.
You're so
She did.
shallow.
I'm not saying no. From
Come
when
on.
she came on the scene to what she is now, she got fat.
This is nonsense.
Well,
So
that-
you
Absolutely.
throw her out
Wait
of
till
your
the next
bed.
Sports Illustrated
No,
comes
no,
out.
no. You don't. No, no. That's not my point. Obviously, she's gorgeous, but she's already reached her peak. She's on her downside. She absolutely is.
I'll take her on the way down.
Of course you would. But we're talking about any girl ever.
Every time.
I would
on the
also
way
like to
down.
take her in the celebrity death pool.
Oh,
Upton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See a little Marilyn Monroe all over again.
How about? I think Zac Efron is now a
Were you
contender in the
alive for the
celebrity
Marilyn
death
Monroe
pool.
all over
Oh,
again?
that coke.
No, but
Amanda
I read-
Bynes.
Oh.
She's a top.
Kind of.
Who's that?
Amanda Bynes, top pick.
Oh, Bonds, yeah, yeah. I've been playing long term with Lohan, but she keeps bouncing back, man.
She won't die.
Unbelievable.
And then the sleeper pick is Serinda Swan. I don't know if you ever watched Graceland.
No.
Dark hair.
Let's
She's
go to our
also on,
let's go to our research analyst
Oh,
over
that
here.
chick on Suits
Spell it.
too. Holy sh!
Serinda, Serenda. Swan.
Serinda.
That's pretty
Serinda.
amazing that you know that off the bat.
Yeah, there you go.
This chick.
Yeah.
Let me get a little tilt over this way. Hello,
Ooh, I like
Serinda.
the
She
little
looks
fat-
a little bit like Fergie.
Oh, that was a good pick too. You got a
Oh,
little side boob
Fergie.
in there.
Fergie's smoking body. Fergie, you can't even. She looks like a frying pan.
But yeah,
She
she's my
absolutely
sleeper pick.
does.
Sizzling.
Well, who,
She's gonna break out.
Oh, you know what?
Who you got there,
I can
Ivy?
get down with that. All right, so you're not gonna know mine, but this is an Instagram sensation, and I'll tell you right now.
I love Instagram sensations.
Here you
Oh
go.
no, this is not legit.
Ashley Scott. Why not? Ashley Sky.
Totally different was
Ashley
gonna
Sky.
come
me
out.
get
Ashley
her
Sky.
best.
I
Let me
know
get
her
her
from
best.
Twitter. Yeah.
Oh man, unbelievable.
Give me that
Hottest
one all the
chick
way
in
to the right in the white bikini.
Hottest chick in the
It's all
game.
the same one.
Give me that. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hottest
Yeah,
chick in the
buddy.
game, no
Give me
doubt.
that.
You wanna
Give me
put the
that.
camera
Air
over?
pound. Air pound.
Give me that.
She get enough pub.
I like that.
You're taking Upton over her? No shot in
Give
the
me
world.
that. Yeah, buddy.
No shot in the world.
NutraSup's worldwide team.
You guys want to leave the room for a minute?
Oh, look at this girl. Unbelievable.
all right.
That's a winner. Ashley Sky.
SKY.
Right.
Damn.
And she
So
spells
Ashley
Ashley
Sky, if,
like a normal person, not with an I.
Ashley, if you're watching on internet, make sure you give us a shout.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely watching.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't all the famous people?
All right. All right. Hey, listen, Walsh,
Hey, we did a hell of
we
a job
appreciate
today.
you standing in.
Thank you.
We hope we held it good. we,
You're welcome. Sorry.
We hope we held it down for you. Well,
I definitely did.
You got Wally pipped out of your job.
Yeah.
Did not. I will be back strong next week, doing all the intros, doing all the fun stuff.
But no, seriously.
I'll have the computer in front of me. You won't have shit, buddy.
That's interrupted.
There's only one computer in this ring. Nibs, thank you very much for coming down.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you very
Always a
much.
good time.
What's everybody's deal for the weekend?
I got an army trip.
Army trip.
that's
Army,
Up to
Army
the
Wake
West Point.
Forest.
You
Yeah.
better shine them shoes, boy.
Are you sure that's this week now?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure they're after your
just
Navy?
wasn't
After your
sure who
Navy
they were
experience,
playing.
are they gonna let you on the?
Well, that
Boy, I hope so.
You gotta
that's
clip
what
that
we're
beard.
gonna
I hope I'm not blacklisted.
That's
Oh,
gonna,
you're blacklisted.
he's gonna come in next week and be like, "It was actually a Navy game."
What?
You know how that whole
and I got arrested. AWOL.
The MPs got me.
It wasn't that. I just wasn't sure who they were playing. I knew when I was going.
Who are they playing?
Wake Forest.
Nice. Oh, that's a nice.
It's gonna
one.
be a real.
You know what?
snoozer.
They hung tough with Stanford. They really did. It was a pretty close
Yeah,
game.
and then Wake Forest, I think, just lost to like Coastal Carolina or something last week. So
Rich, what do you got going?
I have no idea.
All right, interesting.
A little relaxing. For
Nips?
once, maybe.
Hitting the track Saturday.
Oh, yeah, pick
Down
these
Low
bitches
Mountain
up.
Park back.
Very
Oh,
nice.
when is that? It's got to be
I got
one of the
you.
last weekends, right?
Yeah,
You
I
know-
think it's coming
Pay
down
up
to the
front.
close.
Yeah.
And then Giant Sunday, obviously.
You know what's going on there now at Monmouth Racetrack? They're doing a weekly pick'em there with the NFL games, and you could actually win some serious cash if you hit the
really?
whole
Oh,
hit
really?
the whole grand scheme.
That is that can't be legal though,
3
right?
weeks in.
I guess if they advertise it, it is. Well, I know they're trying to.
You just can't take a
they're
percentage.
top.
oh, yeah, like they're not taking a percentage.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll be down my first Rutgers game playing Arkansas.
Nice.
Nice.
Down at the
Go are you?
yeah. So
Are you
I'm looking
guys down
forward.
there
I'll get
this
down
weekend?
there.
No, you know what? We can actually watch some football games this
That's
week.
what I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to.
Yeah.
Just sitting back and watching.
I got to keep
football.
the citizenry safe on
Saturday
Sunday,
and
so
Sunday.
I'll be seeing a lot of football. But all right, hey fellas,
outta
time
here,
to go. Great show.
Happy birthday again, buddy.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yo.
Yeah.
Now it's time to celebrate.
Closer to death. Excellent. Always looking at the brighter part.
You didn't need a birthday to have that happen.
Absolutely true. All right. On that note, go ahead, Walsh. Do your job.
Oh, thank you.
Now, keep going.
All right, so we want to thank HD for producing the best show in cyberspace. But we are 14A Sports on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. See you next Wednesday. Hey.
Doses.
Hey, sound effects.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.